Hello, teacher.
Alfonso, hello, Alfonso. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
Good, teacher. Thanks to God.
Yeah, okay. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah. How is going to work?
Good, teacher. Well, it's good. Then good for the God because thanks to my God, we have a job, we have a health, and we have a work for living and health. This is important. This is the most important.
Yeah, okay. I saw you really busy with many things to do.
What, teacher?
I saw you had many things to do. You are really busy. You're really busy in work.
Yes, teacher. But good is good for the moment.
Well,
There are
and
enough jobs. There are enough jobs for the university.
um, for the university, there's so many things to do. Example, how is your pedagogical experience one?
I I am finishing my work right now. My final work is a
Okay.
I had to apply 3 lesson plan. It's too difficult because it's very large, long, very long.
There's some plan. It's difficult really for you. I know it's great if you finish. I finish you pedagogical experience one. That's great. It's fine. You you good score in this material. You had a good score.
Well, I record videos. I take photos. I going to unlock from YouTube. So when I finish, I going to attach the link in the final work.
Yeah. Do you have the good scores or good grade? And this is course. Do you
Uh,
have the good grade?
yes, I have a good score. At the moment, I have good score, but from this score, this level, or in this period, the war is the most difficult and the most important score in around the course because it's for about 200 points.
On the point, yeah, that's really important. I saw. Well, today this is the last no last. I believe tomorrow we have to do the final exams. The final exams is around 5 questions. 5 questions more. In finish is the counter. The director tutor give it to me. Gave me and me to me scores about you, about Fabio, and other students. Uh, Tomorrow, maybe I feel this is a quarter. Tomorrow, you. I need you to 20 minutes around the night at 9 p.m. They had another the finishing quarter around 5 questions. We finish. This is a quarter. Alfonso, I have waited for you link about video the around 10 minutes. So I said around the advice or appreciation about this is content. I told you the last class about this situation. I need you record a video and the best for possible, as possible, you see the face and you speak about this encounter. And right now, in the finish this encounter, I send to you the, the structure and how to do this record for me. I
So
need to you and to
no, teacher, can you repeat the we have to make a video right now, or I had to send a or I had sent a video.
yeah, you have to send me a video about the topic is talking about this encounter. I told you last class, you make the video or record the video, and as possible, you look your face in camera, and you're talking about this encounter. The first thing is um, for you, this is important encounter. You're talking about 5 or 3 minutes. It is important for me. This is encounter because help me improve or practice my speaking skills, improve my speaking, and increase my vocabulary in different topics, uh, and force my mind to communicate with other persons. For me, is very useful. This is encounter. Example. The second part, the tutor gave me a lot of topics and different topics. Put it to me at speaking different topic and looking for in dictionary or Google Translator many words. And with the teacher, I can get a lot of different vocabulary. For me, it's great. Yeah, I'm not careful with him, but help me to improve his ability or interaction with me in English. That's my practice. Uh, three step. In general, I would like to see this course because this course is important to help the people and practice constantly. This is idea. This idea. You have to record this video, okay? And send me link via Skype or via WhatsApp. Tomorrow maybe.
Teacher, I have I love an out interference. Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear you? I can hear you.
I think that is your internet had a lot of interference.
My internet has a lot of interference.
No, I can't understand anything. Hello?
Yeah, okay. No, don't worry about it. Can you hear me?
No, teacher. There are a lot of interference. Only can hear a little words or a few words.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me I try to change my mic. Maybe it's a problem or internet have problem. Give me a
But
moment. Give me a moment.
it's better right now.
It's ready right now?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, okay, excuse me. Yes. Um, Alonso, I give it to you the favor. The favor is you have to make a video or record a video. As possible, see your face in camera, on camera. So the idea is you record a video talking about this is encounter. Example, the first step is talking about this encounter. For me, this is encounters is really very important because help me to improve my English and practice English a lot. The practice a lot, really, I would like to repeat and how this is encounter to help me I get more vocabulary and talking and speak different topics. I see the different topics, increase my vocabulary and the speaking and having interaction. Step two. The teacher maybe is great, helped me to improve my speaking English. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to interacting with him, and give me he gave me a lot of different topics for my mind to do speaking. And thank you for teacher and help me. They're looking for the words, mm, different words, and I know the lot of words, and try to force you looking for and translate or Google or dictionary and answer and to share your space with me. Finally, I would like to repeat this score, but it's important to practice English una students. This is a sample, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, you have to record this video.
It's
Send
for
me
about
the link.
how
Send
many
me.
minutes?
No, 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 no matter the time, no matter time, no matter time, really. Maybe do the task, no, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or 10 minutes. No, no, no problem. The time no is problem. The idea is you make this video and send me by the link by Skype or by by WhatsApp. No problem, really.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The topic today is pollution or contamination. This is topic today. And we have to try to use can, like a can es poder, can es poder. Well, I give it to you my general opinion about pollution around the world. In general opinion, the concern for the environment, the environmental is very affected by pollutions. Although is a system throughout the history, has not been a widespread phenomenon until relatively life recently. Many phenomena about the pollutions, for example, the ground around the world. The sun is very hot every day. The ground, the world, when the air a lot every day. There are many places around the world is very cool or freezing. Some in down Canada is very cool, but the ice is decided in the ice because the pollution, the atmosphere is not is protect us in warm the air, the sun. But today's society is aware the need to present the environment as well as the fact is the human activity is can use different types of ways of the form on the material energy. They can have consequence and cause alteration both in the environment. But the problem in here in around the world for me, opinion, personal opinion, problem the pollution or contamination around the world is mainly lies in the fact that human beings is the pursuing more the economy, the protection of the earth. Economy, the human being every day want to make a lot of money. No matter the situation, no matter the environmental, no matter the air, no matter anything, the person had they get a lot of money every day. No problem. They have to cut the trees, the pollution air, the contamination water. No problem. No problem. The human being had to make a lot of money. This is the first things or this moment. The same pollution that we are the producing, not the matter only the money. This is my general opinion. Tell me your general opinion about the pollution around the world or contamination. Alonso, what are you thinking about? What is the fact? The fact.
Well, teacher, I think that the principal the
The
principal
main.
a principal problem of pollution, for example, here in Colombia, is is the culture and the
Culture, culture,
yes,
culture.
the culture about the several person about several is society, because there are for example Colombian people, mostly Colombian people, fraud or make a lot of garbage, made a lot of fraud, a lot of garbage to the garden, to the well, I think that the wildlife and fauna and flora fields. So I think that the that's people that send those people that send than if throw that kind of garbage, that kind of things to the river, throw garbage uh, to the fields, to the river, to the sea, and to the many place or several place. That kind of action made that our country have enough pollution right now. There are other problems like the guerrillas or criminal groups that made damage about the river, about the he made he the damage the river, for example, with the oil or with the full field of petroleum. But I think that the principal problem is the culture of about people, Colombian people. For example, you remember the games Colombia versus Japan. For
Yeah,
example,
Japan.
in United States, for example, Colombian people throw in the stadium. Colombian people throw enough garbage, kind of
In the stadium.
yes, in the stadium. You remember that glasses. Colombian people throw garbage, throw glasses, uh, bats, potatoes, nuts, bats, and when they finish, we can see the stadium, the part of the stadium of the Colombian, and there are a lot of garbage. But if, for example, Japanese, uh, they pick up they pick up the garbage in a bag, in a yes, in a bag, and take them to the special place. I think that and some Colombian people in that place, in that game, uh, is they loud about that, about the Japan people pick up the garbage. I think that our culture is very incorrectly is wrong, because if Japan people is an advanced country, is an advanced country, is a technology country, and that people made that, that's mean that we need to do that kind of action, because we need to advance, we need to progress. So I think that Colombia people think that is the most intelligent person around the world, but I think that the discipline and the culture is better, that intelligent is better than people intelligent. I think that Japanese people is more disciplined, is have better culture, right, than now than us.
Yeah, yes, this opinion is right. But I think that Japan people is more intelligent than us, but they had a lot of technology and made a lot of things. And here in Colombia, the persons you see, it's the problem to make a car, or build a car with many things. In Japan, the little kids, the little baby, they make a lot amazing things. Around the 10 years old, and then Japan, baby, the young people or children's made a lot of things, amazing things. Made a cloud, a watch, made a control remote, made many things, different things. And here, the children here in Colombia know how the ability to do, or ability to make. As a super intelligent, smart person, and in general, is integrate person in discipline, and intelligent, and protect you health, protect your environmental. They protect everything. They try to walk, not like to buy a motorcycle or big car, beautiful car. They make a lot of car, but they no use bike. They try to use the bike, or walking, prefer walking for take care of your your health. But it's a more intelligent persons.
Yes, teacher, but well, some kind of say some kind of research made or say that Colombia people made innovate and and different solutions for about the problems. But yes, Japanese have enough technology, but Japanese the best characteristics is that are they are very disciplined. They are very organized. So in mostly case in several case, Colombian people have enough creative ideas, creative innovative ideas or creative solution. But that Japanese people always made disciplined things, always they made the only only excuse me, Japanese people always made disciplined things, always have order, and they usually uh, copy or yes, copy the ideas about intelligent country, intelligent person. For example, he have a Mitsubishi, he have a what is the other? What
Toyota,
is,
Toyota,
yeah,
Toyota, Samsung,
Toyota,
Huawei.
yes, Toshiba have a good company, but is these company those companies are a copy from intelligence ideas about people around the world. For example, from United States. United States have a, for example, good company Apple and good company about cars about mobiles, cell phone, about cars, about different technology, and the Japanese people copy and make that copy better than the original. So they always usually the discipline and make and improve, always improve. In other hand, Colombian people made innovative ideas, creative idea, but they don't improve. They don't improve. They always forget, or they do not continue with the idea. They don't continue with the structure. They don't continue with the role, and that made our culture, um, our yeah, our culture or our company don't improve, or don't take or don't make the good principal goals. I think that is the principal difference of our Colombian people and Japanese people.
For example, you're talking about the copy. No, the Japanese not copy. Japanese is original. You say about China. China is different. China is like to there is like to copy in order to improve this copy, but China is producing your own products. For example, China is the best product around the world is in China. China and the A is no China, no A, Japan. Japan is the best product. China like to copy copy another things. For example, China copy the car, copy the cell phone, copy another things, but not produce good products. But Japan is the best product around the world. Japan is the Sony. Japan is the Toyota. Toyota is a better mark around the world. Toyota is Sony, Huawei, something. This is Japan is just better the products around the world. That is Japan. Sony. Example, when I said the United States not really not producing very much. You know, they had the Mac, but really United States the first maker around the world or the free trade because the another country have the principal company factory in this United States. In STEM, Sony have the main company in the United States, the Huawei, Toshiba, back another company. But it's the first mark of trader mark in around the world is the United States. First thing they use the first thing around the world. But yeah, this is important. Japanese is the best people do many things. Japanese people, it's great, very intelligent person and disciplined. Try to living good. Okay, well, I'm going to show you the robot to be count. To share my screen. Yeah, he's count. Count, I count, you count. The count handle different way when you're talking about the plural. The plural. Some example with you, they is the same. They we count, you count, they count. She come, he come, I come. Example negative way for form, short form. For example, the trash, you can't, she can't, we can't, you can't, they can't. And the normal way is cannot, I cannot, you cannot. And question, can I, can you, can he, can she, can it, can we, can you, can they. Well, today this is class, we have to try to use can. Yeah, also the verbal is the sample abilities. I can sing very well. She can drive a taxi. Solicitate, yeah, can you help me? Can you repeat? Solitary. A permission is can I leave early? Can you usually your car? Possibility is he can with the race. The bridge can fall. Now, this is a sample. Well, let's go to the next. The next, let's talking about the kind of contamination. Um, how many kind of contamination do you know on the world at once?
Well, teacher, how many contamination? How many
How many kind of contamination? For
kind
example,
kind of
pollution, water contamination, pollution of forest, radio activity pollution, acoustic pollution, soil contamination. What is different the contamination do you know?
well, I think that there are too many contamination or pollution around the world. But the river contamination or the pollution or contamination about river is the principal problem here in Colombia. River contamination or water contamination. For example, the pollution in the sea and the river, about the all cause of the oil or petroleum. And the other is the pollution in the sky or in the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. And
Atmosphere.
what are the cause of pollution in the world? What are the cause?
Well, the cause, for example, for pollution in the river, I think that the principal is the culture and the damage of principal companies for guerrilla for criminal groups that may damage about the lines about the machines in different companies. For example, Ecopetrol, when the guerrillas made the damage or made or put bombs in a in the machine or in the lines of the petroleum. And the other, I think that is the problem. The other kind of problem in the river or in the water contamination or the contamination water is the mineral word about about the government because the explosion of minerals he made a lot of damage to the air and to the river too. I think that is the principal cause, teacher.
Yeah, okay, that this is the reason here the illegal goods here in Colombia had the main explosion in the oil pipeline. This is the pipeline go to the rivers, the person the contamination water and the affect the fish, affect the people had to drink in this is water. This is globally here in Colombia. This is contamination. This is problem. But but illegal goods had the many can create the many problems here in Colombia. For you, why the contamination can be worse in its effects?
What, teacher?
Which
Can you repeat it?
which which of the contamination can be worse in its effects?
I think that the last one, the river contamination, river pollution, because when we may contaminate the river, when we may contaminate the water, yeah, the water travel around the world, around the river, around the lakes, and several animals or um several fauna on several fields take that water, that pollution water, and damage his body. He damage all of the natural. So the natural. So I think that the principal damage or the grounds damage the more difficult, the most difficult damage or the more difficult pollution is water pollution, because well, is easier to translate the contamination around the world and made a lot of damage to people, to animals, to nature.
Yeah, for example, you say fauna. Fauna is wildlife,
Yes,
wildlife.
wildlife.
Wildlife. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, the other reason is for you is there. For example, you talking about air pollution, okay? You you said about the right pollution is air pollution or water or water contamination.
Water contamination.
Water contamination for you is that can be the worst contamination. Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, for example, how could we take care and the environmental in Colombia, for example?
What teacher? Can you repeat that?
How could we take care of environmental in Colombia?
Well, I think that the first state or the principal state is start to to make a better culture, to be a culture of a good culture about to protect the nature, to protect the river, to protect and try to improve our environment, to teach our children, to teach our student that to be or to change or to study or to the first idea is to teach to protect our environment because our animals or our wildlife because Colombia have enough wildlife, have enough several and special animal and the most beautiful river, most beautiful sea, or most beautiful beach. So the principal idea is to start with the culture and to make to change the different laws about the pollution. I think that the laws or the the government had to make uh, more difficult or more strict laws or more penalized laws for that people that made no damage about the environment.
That is a good solution for you. The may allow and the catch people or stop people to contamination in Colombia.
Well, that can be the first is the culture. Change the culture. We need to make different culture. We need to learn and to teach about the culture or to protect the animals, to protect the our environment. And next, the other step is to change the laws and make strict laws. Is that is I think that. But I think that the better option is the culture.
Okay, do you think our pollution has economy effect or not?
Yes, teacher, and now have the pollution, have economic problems, make an economic problem affect our economies because, for example, uh, right now we have a good weather, we have good drivers in several places, in several cities, but if for example in 15 or in 50 years more can be changed, can be a pollution river, will be a pollution river, damage our environment, damage our tree, damage our animal, for example, for cows or for bulls. For example, the agronomy can change the principal save money or the principal save money. I think that it can or it could make a lot of damage our economy. For example, Colombia have eh, enough agronomy money or agronomy investment. So Colombia is the most beautiful and the most important country about the agronomy its investment. So I think that if we don't care or we don't protect our environment, we can change. We have we will have enough problem about the economy or about the companies that make goods products or goods things about the agronomy investment.
Yeah, this is a thinking idea is the idea that the people think it's many money, make a lot of money. No matter the environmental, no matter the animal, no matter the weather, no matter anything, they want to make money. For example, if you want to stop pollution in the air, the factory or the public transportation stop. This affect the town, this affect the economy, the people, this affect the country, this affect anything. What are you thinking about is it's necessary if you want to care the air or care the air pollution, you have to stop many things, many factories or companies. You have to stop that had the factory and bus around Colombia had many smoke around smoke and sky contaminate contaminate the air. So this is the big problem right now here in Colombia. But another hand, if you stop the bus station, you stop the factory, had a problem. Had the problem with many disemployment, many problems. They move more in the city, had a lot of problems. What is the solution here? This is a fact.
Well, well, teacher, the principal solution I think that is well, first for that kind of factory or the kind of company that made enough that throwing a lot of smoke from the sky. I think I think that we need well first good laws to change strict laws for that kind of company that throw garbage, that throw chemical or throw garbage to the principal river or to the principal or the main environment here in Colombia. For example, uh, we have a Ecopetrol. Ecopetrol made a lot of damage about the river, or he if throwing a lot of smoke to the sky. So the government had to need engineers or environment engineers that make or check every day or check every month the company every the function or check all of the process in that kind of company, and if the company made damage or made a bad action or bad thing, the government need to penalize that kind of industry or that kind of company. So and in the other one, for example, for the sky, more for the sky, the pollution of the sky or on the environment, I think that the cars have enough may enough pollution here in Colombia and in the principal city, for example, Bogota, Medellin. So I think that the principal solution can be or could be the chain of the chain of the kind of chain the machine or chain the the function the use of the car. For example, we need to change the car full car or full what is the gas car by electric car. Is a good solution. It's very cost, but I think that is the best solution. For example, in Bogota, I listened that 1 years ago that Bogota tried to begin with the electric taxis, electric cars, and it's a good option. It's a good idea idea because the pollution can um, can improve excuse me, the pollution can disappear for that kind of problem. So I think that that kind of solution, that kind of solution, less the pollution in our around the environment here in Colombia.
Yeah, this is a good idea to try to improve the the environmental. But the idea is, or question is, maintenance is necessary. For example, if you start to cut the trees, or cutting, if you start the cutting or cut trees, you know how to for example, paper. You know how paper. You know how the furniture. You know how the bed. You know how the different things. It's necessary to cut the many trees, make a lot of things, avoid many things. Person need to cut trees, make a lot or build a lot of house, or build different things, furniture, and on with the wood, people make a lot of things. It's necessary, something. There are many things necessary, and oil it's necessary to extract oil here in Colombia to make a lot of money or make no make a lot of money for the development in this country. But this is necessary. Uh, Contamination, but sometimes need the contamination to produce money. What are you thinking about? Is it necessary to contamination sometime or no? It's necessary.
Well, teacher, I think that the contamination is not necessary. Is always not necessary. Is because, well, for example, uh, if Colombia country have a full or have enough oil, we had to explode, or the government had to explode, or to try to be or or to exploit, excuse me, to exploit the best for, or the best way to make that. For example, I think that can be co-petrol, can be minerals. For example, the principal company of the mineral exploit the that kind of thing, or that kind of mineral, and made a lot of damage, or made a lot of kind of pollution from the river, and the government don't do, or don't make anything, because the government because the government is the principal investment about the mineral. So we need an special engineer, special group that check that kind of exploit, or that kind of process, or the exploit about the mineral, about the petroleum, and check and penalize company that made damage to our river, or to our environment. But we need to we can make exploit, or we can exploit the principal the principal resources, but in a good thing, in a good way, teacher, in a better way.
Okay, that's good appreciations. But for you, who are the most affected, human beings or animals?
With the what, teacher?
Who are the most affected with the pollution or contamination, humans, beings, or animals?
Well, teacher, I think that the principal effects, or the principal uh, I think that right now is the animals the principal effects. Right now is animal, but in in 30 or 40 years more, the principal person, the principal effect is the will be the humans, because if then there aren't is with the excuse me is there will be or there will not animals, for example, cow, bull, chicken, or several animals. The humans is the principal effect around the world.
You know, yeah. We used to say, what you want to say is the Finnish animal, the Finnish water, the Finnish anything, the human beings, and the future will see affect with pollution. Yeah, yeah, it's right. There's the appreciation about it. Yeah, this is no, really no, there is not water. There is not water. There are animals to eat. There are no water to drink. Is not there anything you can to survival, but to survival. But the principal producer contamination here in Colombia and here around the world is human beings, the same human beings. The ambition to get a lot of money. For example, how do we control air pollution in cities and the sea?
Can you repeat the question, please, teacher?
Okay. How we control air pollution in cities, in the city,
How ca-
control the air pollution.
uh,
How we can to control air pollution in cities, in
well,
the city.
air pollution. I think that air pollution is difficult to check it then to check then. But I think there are enough technology, there are enough engineers, there are enough machines that control and check the pollution here in Colombia. So I think that the principal reason or the principal idea is that the an special group, for example, ambiental ambiental um, ambiental ministry, ambiental ministry or environment ambiental ministry or environment ministry had to make a lot of shade or a lot of steps day by day about the principal city that has a lot of pollution, about air pollution. So I think that that kind of ministry had to make or had to change or had to propose several penalize or several rules for that kind of company that are there, that they are um, the principal the principal producer of smoke or pollution in the air. So I think that the is necessary that the ambiental environment ministry may take to start with an special group that control all the kind of company that make pollution air or pollution air.
Yeah, okay. What is the disease by the air or pollution air? What is the disease, the common disease or the problem for human beings?
Disease. What is the mean for disease, teacher? Can you repeat disease?
Disease
Ah, okay.
enfermedades.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Disease. What is the
Well,
person the main disease by pollutions?
okay, I think that the principal disease or about air pollution is for example, for the human, no more for only for the human. Um, A lot of there are enough disease or a lot of disease. For example, cough, for example, flow or cool, a problem of flu. And there are another disease that is uh, problems to breathe, to the principal problem to breathe in our in our lungs or in our lung. I think that kind of a problem, for example, problem to breathe, I think that that kind of problem of breathe may damage to our hair, so it can make or it kind of problem can kill to us or can kill us or can make a lot of damage to our children. I think that that kind of problem, for example, flu, cold, uh, damage in our skin or damage in our eyes because the air made a lot of damage around our bodies. So I think that the air made a lot of damage from our bodies, our skin, our eyes, and our lungs. So that kind of problem can kill us or can kill anything around the world. For example, plants, animals, and and us too. Hello, teacher.
Yeah. It's not just in big out, but yeah, this is a good opinion about the problems, the healthy. Yeah, the air pollution had a lot of problems in your health because respiratory problems, circulatory systems, disease, and in the worst case, lung cancer. Lung cancer. Well, when people find lung cancer, but the air is pollution air. The people breathe. This is the smoke. The smoke is very toxic for your health and have the stop respiration or stop breathing and that kill the people. Here, in example, here in Medellin, had a lot of problems for you had geography around a lot of mountain. The Medellin is like pop, the smoke no outside on the no outside the smoke. It's more maintained in city. The pollution is very really complicated here in Medellin. There are many traffic. There are a lot of motorcycle, a lot of vehicle, very track. This is really the person no care this city in like pollution. And tell me, for you, is this good idea? Is the best idea is restriction and restriction cars every day? That's easy solutions, Alfonso.
For escape pollution or for what pollution?
No, air pollution. Here in Medellin, or in Colombia, the government try to put the restriction car every day or peak of which hours. Try to restriction motorcycle or restriction car and special days. And the idea is to not go out on the street a lot of cars and care the air pollution, the air. But for you, that's the best solution. And try to stop or restriction vehicle in the
Well,
week.
teacher, for example, I think that is not the best option, but it it's a good idea, but it's not the best option because motorcycle doesn't make enough pollution. Some motorcycle doesn't make or doesn't throw enough or enough smoke to the sky. I think that the motorcycle is not the problem about sky pollution. Some cars, for bus, there are a lot of bus or a lot of kind of big cars that don't have the technicals to work or technical to work. So I think that that kind of bus or that kind of big car make a lot of pollution, make a lot of throw a lot of smoke to our sky. So I think that the government or the Medellin government had to check from can be from the companies that made that checking the cars or that checking the bus to restrict or to penalize that kind of car, that big car that made a lot of pollution or that made that throw enough smoke to our sky. So I think that this can be the principal state, the first state. And next, I think that Medellin had to change the structure or the translate or the transport. For example, well, Medellin have a good idea about the Metrolinea because Metrolinea is electrical. Is correct or no, teacher?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. The managing the idea is try to make the cable and use electricity
Yes, well,
by by the transportation system.
so I think that the Medellin had to start with the process, or we have to start to the with the chain with electrical car, electrical taxis, and to improve their environment.
Yeah, this is idea here. Try to change the system transport and use the electricity by car, by the metro around the system transportation had to change the minibus. Minibus right now here, imagine use gas and try the idea is to change electricity. They move the person and carry the air to carry the air. This idea here, but yeah, there's no, yeah, I think I agree with you. That's this idea, the station car noise idea, noise better, but when the normally restriction here in the vehicles is this is normal. Normal, again the air pollution again the problem. They had to take other rules to try to stop the air pollution again. And the pollution car. This is the continuous. I know this is really not the solution at all. No, for me, no solution at all. Anyway, this is our country. And for example, how you seeing the ocean as they are full of the garbage and TV on TV and many magazines.
Well, teacher, for example, when we travel to beach, Tolu Beach or Toluco or Beach of the Coast here in Monteria, for example, here in Arboletes or Toluco, Coveña or Cartagena, I can see the garbage in our sea, in our water. There are enough garbage. There are enough garbage around the beach, around the sea. I can see in a personal way.
Yeah, it is really sad to see animals on TV Animal have the garbage. For example, can you see my screen? This is speech. Have the packet in the beer packet, and the total have the garbage around your body and the chain
Teacher,
your body.
what I mean, there are a lot of interference. I can hear you very bad.
Yeah, the connection, the connection is really great. Can you hear me? Also, can you hear me? Alfonso is gone. Also have problem with your connections. Also, have you seen the video on TV and Indonesia, in India? How that was.
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you have problem with connection?
Yes, right now for a minute,
Yeah, okay.
the modem turn down, turn off the for a minute.
Oh, okay. No problem. I have the problem with connection. I can hear you well, but anyway, I'm trying to
Teacher,
finish this.
one question, please.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, teacher. Teacher, I have to question first. For it can be for tomorrow. Hello.
Time? Hello, time
Yes,
or
the video. The video for today is for today or can be
sí,
for
sí, sí,
tomorrow.
sí. Tomorrow is possible. Tomorrow. Now,
Yes,
no
it's
problem.
better. It's better. And other question, the quiz start right now or the quiz how many minutes take the test? You say me 40 minutes ago that I had to make a test.
No, this is a little question in English. This is in concept, but finish. It's this the same things, the same activity. I got to. I will going to do your questions. Five questions. You answer the question. Yeah, it's finished. We did the question. Okay. Have the five questions. Time, baby. That question around 20 minutes. Yeah, finish. Not a problem.
So
Let's get
so when we need to start the test, because I had to make a little thing right now. So we can start the test at what time?
And the idea is around 9. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m.
Ah,
Try
the
to
test tomorrow at 9 p.m.
yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow, yeah, at 9. At 9 because Fabio had the opportunity to participate. And I need to do this is the final exam. It's five questions. Yeah, it's a little time around 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes for you, 20 minutes for Fabio, and finish.
Ah, okay, teacher.
Yeah, no, it's just no, it's long really. And you have you try to assist or attend this is song tomorrow around 9. 20 minutes, 20 minutes, yeah, finish.
At what time is the at what time is the test, teacher?
At night, at night.
For a 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock. Okay, in the night.
9 p.m. I might call p.m. Yeah, p.m.
Okay, teacher.
Tomorrow, yeah, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, you finish. I go to ask you five question, you finish, you turn it off, the camera, you go to another activity. And
Teacher,
Fabio, 20 minutes. Yeah,
well,
tell me.
the test can be more, excuse me, earlier because well, I have um, I think that at 9 o'clock I had a problem. I had a date, so can be at 7 o'clock or 7:13 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I will try to 8 o'clock, so 8:30, or 8 4, or 8 how, or 8:30. Yeah,
Because
but
because at 8:50 I have a day. I have a special meeting, so I had to 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 stand in that meeting.
yeah, attend the meeting. I don't really. I try to do it on the 8:30.
8:30. Okay, teacher.
Yeah, I try to do you review on 8:30. Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead. This is finished. This is encounter, and can you see? Um, can you see my screen? It's just, the pitch is around your body with the packet, beer packet. Yeah, this is had a lot of problem here in the sea with the fish and animals and the sea animals. They had these problems. And I don't know if you watch on TV about the way the waves in India had a lot of garbage. The sea, every day in the sea had a lot of garbage. People push the garbage and around Colombia.
Uh, well, you say me that India has a lot of pollution, a lot of garbage in the water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you see? Are you seeing the situation in India? The waste a whole lot. We bring a lot of garbage. The big waste, a lot of garbage in the sea and by India.
Yes, because there are a lot of homes or a lot of house uh, on the top of from the sea or from the rivers. I can see there are a lot of house. There are a lot of family living above the sea or above the river. So when they made the needs, or when they made their needs, or the body's needs, throw the garbage from the sea, or around the sea, and they usually throw the fins, or throw the garbage when and they because they don't have, for example, cars that pick up the garbage. So they usually throw the garbage around the sea, around the river, or around the place when they are living.
Okay. Do you think? Do you know what damage fracking can bring? I heard you about the fracking. Do you hear something about fracking?
No, teacher, I can research, or I can read anything about fracking. I read a little test about fracking. Is a kind of is to sell the company, for example, the mineral company, of petroleum company, to a other company, to a foreign company. Is good, or I don't have any idea about that.
I used to say yes, the oil. They tried about the oil. The oil, the fracking is the illegal or force the way to extract oil on the about all about the soil, about the soil. This is a strat and different. They had to put it a different the chemistry or chemic, and the soil and try to extract the oil on the soil. Soil es tierra, ¿no?
Uh,
Soil es tierra.
Sodio. What is the
Soil,
mean?
soil,
Soil.
soil, soil. Exactly, soil, tierra,
Land
soil,
or soil. Okay. Or ground.
soil.
Land, air, ground, and soil. Okay, teacher.
Yeah, soil is tierra. Yeah, the soil. Yeah, this is difficult. This is when the oil and the on the soil finish. They have another way to extract the rock, extract the different that it is the minimum little oil and the soil try to extract this is little oil. That's a difficult. They had to use another strategy. The strategy had a lot of problem with the pollutions, but this contamination water, the soil or your line is sterilize the air, sterilize the air, sterilize the air es esteriliza la tierra, sterilize the air. That is a big problem. And here in Colombia, this is a controversial or had a problem the person against about the fracking because the fracking has a lot of problem with the air, with problem with the with the water, contamination water. This is key. The chemics you can do outside. Never in the soil. They have a lot of problem with the natural have the problem with the air pollution, with the problem with the animals, and problem with the human beings. The human beings have to water and contamination water. This is have a lot of problem with the ecosystem. Ecosystems, really.
Okay, teacher. Thank you. Thank you for the.
And yeah, do you thinking with the can avoid pollution completely?
What, teacher? Can you repeat?
Do you thinking is possible avoid pollution completely?
Oil pollution is. Can you repeat the question? I don't
Do,
understand.
do you think we can avoid pollution completely?
Avoid.
Avoid
Avoid.
evitar. Avoid
Yeah.
evitar.
Okay. To avoid the completely no, teacher. Completely no.
Completely.
I think that we can to avoid the pollution completely because we are well. First, uh, we are person, we are humans, so we usually made a lot of garbage. We usually make garbage around the world. For example, only in the transport we use a motorcycle. For example, in our house we make garbage. For example, when we eat snacks, when we but I think that the principal idea is to change the culture and and to change our study our academic process, and we had to start with recycle with the recycle. We have to start to recycle in our hands, and we need to begin to make very good culture about the protect our environment. For example, don't throw garbage around the river, around the sea. We have to the company recycle the garbage. So I think it's a good option because can less the pollution around the world. But completely or completely is difficult. It's difficult. It's impossible. Can be.
Yeah, the rivers, river have the problem with the pollution, but when different municipality, the people need a lot of rivers for survival. The river is they watch the clothes in the river, they drinking water in the river, they do the needs in the river. The river is the main for this is the population and the municipality because the river they catch the fish, the river eating the river is all for them. You see, the river contamination river, the river have a lot of problem for them. For example, you are talking about the legal routes. The legal route when they put the bond and the oil paper lines. Paper line is paper line is la tubería la tubería de petróleo. Oil paper lines. All paper lines explosion, the contamination water, they had a lot of problems with this municipality. The population is worried about this situation, but they need needed the water, needed the rivers for this survival. Really. Yes, okay, Alfonso, thank you for this encounter. Remember, tomorrow send me a link, the record talking about this encounter. and, and around 8:30 to attend the final sounds, the 5 questions, around 20 minutes. And I will do the as possible to attend you at 8:30, but
Teacher,
because
I can make at 8 o'clock, or I can make for I think that at 10 can be. But I think it's better at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. It can be the best option because at 9 o'clock I had a meeting.
yeah, there is a meeting. No, no, wait, no problem. We have to do it, and we will try. We will try to do, and this is our as possible. You tell me now, teacher. 10, 10, 10 o'clock p.m. or if it's possible, 8:30. Tomorrow we'll see.
Yes, teacher, at 8 o'clock is good. 8 o'clock is good until 8:50 is good. 8:50, or can be midday, or can be tomorrow. Tomorrow can be another can be another schedule, another day.
Uh, well, I said it might be in the morning, maybe in the morning around 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I told you it's possible to 10 a.m. Okay, tomorrow in the morning. In the morning is possible or is the hard problem?
What time, teacher?
10 a.m.
Yeah, well, so I think that is 10:30 is good.
10:30 a.m.
Yes, 10:30 p.m.
p.m. or a.m.
Ah, AN, yes, at
a.m.
AN is good. AN is good.
or
In the
p.m. For you,
no, no,
what is
in the morning is good. I think that is good. In the morning,
well, I try to see you in the morning. So I will tell you.
Yes, you can call me from my phone. So if you have the opportunity to make that encounter at in the morning, can please call me. Or if you would like at in the night at 8 o'clock or 10:30.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no worry. Then I have waiting. I was waiting you thing by video talking about this content. Okay, tomorrow.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, see you. Thank you. Take care very much.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
I will rest in the afternoon.